Guys, we are back. It is your friend Keith here again, live in the control room at Essex Recording Studios, just outside London in England. I've got the fourth ever serialized Warwick 004. Guys, this is insane. It is also known as a Streamer Stage 1. A lot of unique features in a letter from Hans Peter Wilfer, the owner and founder of Warwick himself, verifying all of the details on this. It's absolutely incredible. If you're new to the channel, click like, click subscribe. You guys keep us going. Come join the family. There's almost, there's getting close to 4,000 of us right now. We've blown past 1.2 million views. And it only gets better, guys, as you can see, if you've been here from the beginning. So what's special about this guitar? Let's give you a Warwick education. I'm pretty much just going to go over everything I learned when I went to go get this bass. First of all, I'll tell you where I got it from. This came from the most insane 80s rock instrument collection I have ever seen in my life. I flew out to Switzerland to buy this in person, along with an ESP that was owned by Iron Maiden. This collection is also known as the Jackson Charvel Museum, and in it are exclusively the earliest Jackson and Charvel examples, including Jackson number 1, J0001, and Charvel number 1, which is 1001. They started with 1000. That just gives you an idea of the type of instruments and how rare and early we're talking about that were in this museum collection. This was the only bass and only non-Jackson Charvel bass in the collection, and the only bass and the only non-Jackson Charvel. So it also shows you how important and how respected this piece was to the collector. This earliest example has a one-piece bridge. Warwicks now have a two-piece bridge where there's a separation about here, and this gets moved back. Just check pictures to see what I'm talking about. But yeah, new Warwicks do not have this one-piece bridge system. Only, I think, 83, 84 has this. Early Emg Pickups, guys. And it's really interesting to see the plastic and the logo on these. It reminds me of the EMGs on the early Steinbergers, which coincidentally, there's a story there. If you look at the headstock on this, it looks like a Spectre bass. Well, Ned Steinberger designed the Spectre bass, of which this Streamer was a copy of. In a 1985 guitar show in Germany, Spectre and Steinberger actually confronted Wilfer and demanded a licensing fee for this instrument, which resulted in there being a licensed by clause on the truss rod cover, apparently in 85. And the headstock eventually getting changed and lots of changes being made to make it a unique design. After the licensing fee was demanded, Spectre actually ended up selling the brand to Kramer, and Steinberger ended up selling his brand to Gibson. So then it became kind of a moot point. Only a very few got this upgraded mother of pearl headstock logo treatment. And this is the only example I've seen. Let me show you that serial number, by the way, just so you can get a kick out of that real fast here. The condition of this is incredible. Comes in a Warwick molded, foam molded flight case there. Wow, look at these giant screws on the back cover. The body is really nicely contoured, and the condition is just exceptional. I mean, this is actually older than me, which is kind of nuts. It's 35 years old. You've got the West Germany Schaller tuners, but this is your moneymaker right here, guys. 004. Warwick number 4. That is just nuts. And according to the email from Hans right there, this was built in March of 1984, early 1984, and it's all in German. Hans is German, but you can see the confirmation of all of the spec. You can see the mother of pearl inlay being mentioned there. All of the hardware, electronics. Pretty wild. The woods used. It's been confirmed he was provided with all of the pictures of this instrument, and he gave it an estimate value of 8,000 euros, and that was in March of 2017. Pretty wild, guys. So apparently in my research, some of these early Warwicks are going for up to $20,000. I don't think there's a nicer example than this. I don't know how there could possibly be a nicer example than this. This is absolutely a case queen, time machine. The cut on the wood. I mean, this is just nuts, guys. To find a 35-year-old low serial number. I mean, that's an understatement. It's number 4. It's the 4th one ever. Look at the neck. Just going down. Blown away, guys. I've always loved Warwick basses. I'm not a bassist, but Spectre and Warwick have always been my favorite. And I didn't know until I got this that there was this close connection between the two companies. Pretty wild. Apparently, this design came out about 5 years earlier, when Steinberger designed this model for Spectre. But some of the incredible features you get with this, aside from the fact that it's the 4th one ever made, but it's the headstock shape. It's the Spectre headstock. It's the mother of pearl ornate inlay work. It's the earliest truss rod cover without the licensed by. It is the one-piece bridge, and I guess it's early EMGs with MEC electronics behind that back cover. 24 frets. This is a bassist's dream. I mean, this belongs in the most serious of collections, the most serious of studios, and I don't know where this will end up after it leaves my possession here at Essex Recording Studios, but I imagine it will be a very significant artist or studio that ends up taking this. Like everything, it is for sale. You can buy it on reverb.com or at essexrecordingstudios.com, or just hit me up on Facebook, guys. The Essex Recording Studio page, on Instagram at Essex Recording Studios, and we'll get right back to you. I hope you've had a great kick out of this, even if you're not a bass player, just a fan of rock history and music history. This is like art, guys. Wow. And I want to make sure you can see every inch of this thing just to see how tremendous the condition is. Easily the coolest bass I've ever had my hands on or my eyes on. Actually, Gene Simmons' Axe bass is pretty cool. But I'd rather have this. All right. Thanks for hanging, guys. I'll show you this killer case real fast. Just put this paperwork away. Really, really nice flight case. Doesn't get better than that. And it's got Warwick on both sides. Let me just make sure it doesn't come open there. Yeah, real nice. Alrighty, more videos coming your way. Check out the video of the ESP Iron Maiden Firebird that came from the same collection. Those were the only two instruments that were non-Jackson Charvels in the Jackson Charvel Museum. One was a guitar, one was this bass. Everything else was the earliest of Jacksons and Charvels. So, very, very cool. Other than that, what do we have going on at the studio? This weekend we've got a band called The New Hope coming in to record. We were just at YouTube's headquarters in London. We've got a lot that's going to be going on there in the coming months. And aside from that, I have to get back to work and do